What's up everyone, here is AhkTaar and welcome back for more news on Infinite Magicraid, and in this video we are gonna talk about Donald Rebelli, but not in the right way. I am planning to regress him because you know what? This Thursday on the update we are gonna have the next hero on the Elemental City, so we are gonna talk about that and the next features coming this Thursday. So, as you can see, if I regress my Donald Rebelli, I'm gonna get the eyes I spent on him. So this is perfect because this hero sucks a bit. I'm gonna do a video talking about him, but let's talk about the new hero now. I can't show you directly the patch notes, so I'm gonna read the skills and tell you what is the potential of the hero. So let's do that. First of all, I would like to mention something. If I go here on the Elemental City, as you can see, if you click here, before we had a bar to the left here telling us that we needed to pick the first one before picking the second one. It is still the case. If you have a look here, rule number 2, specified legend heroes can only be summoned in the fixed order in which you have to summon the previous hero before unlocking the next one. So you are forced to buy Donald Rebelli before buying the next one and this one before buying the next one, and it is mentioned again in the patch note. So it's a bit bad because this hero sucks a bit, but in fact let's talk about the next hero because this is the goal of the video. She is called AhkTaar. She is a legendary hero from the Foresters. She is a support with the red mark. She is a support hero, but she is a burner hero, and normally she is here to deal a lot of burn damage. So I don't understand why she is a support, but in fact it is pretty interesting because all supports in the game have more speed than others, so it really matters in fact. Let's talk about her basic attack. She deals attack to a single enemy. If the target doesn't have a burn or ember, she deals extra attack damage that ignores the defense. If the target has ember or a burn, she deals extra detonation damage. Burn is a classic burn. Ember is a buff, a unique buff, debuff she can apply to the target every time a hero in your team inflicts a detonation damage on the boss, on the enemy. And once your ally do that, she inflicts Ember on the target. If I jump on the passive, Ember is applied for 2 turns on the target, up to 3 layers, and each layer of Ember increases the burn damage taken by the owner. And if the owner is a boss, the damage coming from burns will be even more increased. So this is pretty nice to make burner heroes come again and shine in dungeons maybe. So let's talk about the other skills. First active skill deals attack damage to all enemies. If the targets do not have Ember, deals extra attack damage that ignores the defense. If the targets have at least 1 layer of Ember, then there is a chance that each layer of Ember inflicts 1 layer of burn on them for 2 turns. So basically, the more burn heroes you have in your team, the better, because every time you're gonna detonate a burn, you're gonna inflict an ember on the target. If the target has up to 3 layers of ember, then using the second skill, the first active skill here, she is gonna place multiple burns on the target, and so every time there is gonna be another burn over an actual burn, she is gonna detonate it and deal extra damage. So if you're using that with Eric, for example, and Barry, you can be sure that you're gonna detonate a lot and deal a lot of damage. So it is pretty interesting so far. Then let's talk about her passive. She can inflict 1 ember every time a hero in your team inflicts a detonation damage, okay? But when an ally deals detonation damage, she will grant to this ally wind shelter for 2 turns, and this is a speed buff basically, but it cannot cumulate with another speed buff. This is a unique buff, but a speed buff by 40%, which is pretty nice because it's a passive, so every time you're gonna inflict a detonation damage, you are gonna get a speed buff on your heroes for free. So that means if you are running on a guild boss using the classic burn team with Eric, her, and Barry, with Ben Austin and maybe Catherine, or I don't know what hero you're gonna use, then you're gonna get the speed buff. So no need to use a Nicholas, etc. It's gonna work on a burn team against the boss, and he's gonna take more burn damage. So it looks pretty interesting so far. So then let's talk about her second active skill. Deals 3 stages of attack damage to all enemies. If the targets are not under burn status, there is a chance to inflict a burn on them for 2 turns. If the target has a burn, deals extra burn damage. The more the layers of ember the targets have, the more the extra burn damage deals. So one more time, more heroes you have on your team, the better. So pretty interesting for that. And apparently she has a third active skill, which is pretty insane. So at the beginning of each no, this is another passive. At the beginning, no, sorry. I am sorry, this is the exclusive. Forget what I said, this is the exclusive one. At the beginning of each battle, Ogradis additionally gains 0.6%, caps at 100% healing effect and shield effect for every 1% of mastery she has. Okay? So I don't get it. She's gonna restore 8% of max HP for all allies with Wind Shelter at the beginning of each turn. So every time an ally is gonna detonate a burn, he's gonna get Wind Shelter, and so at the beginning of each turn she's gonna restore 8% of the max HP of this ally with under which Wind Shelter status, which is pretty interesting. But what about the shield effect? She can't apply any shield, or it is not written here for now, so maybe something is missing in this exclusive. I don't get this point, because there is no way to grant a shield with an aura, so you can grant a shield only using a skill, but it's not written here. She can't give a shield, so I don't get the point. Second exclusive, when each stage of Fiery Wind, this is the ultimate, deals damage. If the target have 3 or more layers of ember, inflicts 1 layer of ember for 2 turns. No, sorry, if the target has less layers of ember, less than 3 layers, so if it is not maxed out, then it's gonna inflict 1 layer of ember, which is pretty nice. So it's easier to deal some damage, to have the maximum burn damage on the target using the second exclusive, and if the target has 3 layers of ember, increases the extra burn damage dealt. So the second exclusive is gonna drastically increase the burn damage dealt by your heroes faster also, so it's pretty nice. The third one is pretty interesting. At the beginning of allies turn, excluding self, deals 60% burn damage to all enemies under burn status. There is a 60% chance to inflict 1 layer of burn on those who are not under burn status for 2 turns. Basically you have a hero who can inflict passively a burn at the beginning of the wave. It is an epic hero. This is Feast. Let me show you Feast. Okay, if I go on the gallery, on the Doom Legion, he's not from the Doom Legion. See, he is here, Feast. With his passive, he has a 100% chance to inflict a layer of burn on all enemies for 2 turns. That means if you are using this hero and Ogradis, with the third exclusive, she has a chance to inflict also a layer of burn at the beginning of the wave. That means you're going to inflict 60% burn damage on all enemies, because they are going to have a layer of burn thanks to this hero, and also it's going to detonate the burn at the beginning of the wave if she also applies the burn. So maybe you can one-shot all enemies in arena without doing anything passively at the beginning of the wave. I don't know if it is gonna work, but it seems really broken, apparently. When I read it, it seems broken. Fourth exclusive, she's gonna get 50 more speed, and it's gonna increase her burn damage dealt. Besides, when casting violent winds, so this is the first active skill. Yeah, that's it, the first active skill. She is gonna have 1 layer of spark for every layer of burn inflicted, and each layer of spark additionally increases burn damage dealt by Ogradis for 2 turns up to 8 layers. So it increases a lot the damage she can deal using the second skill, which is the first active skill, which is pretty interesting. And finally, the last exclusive 5, increases speed by 50, and after casting Wind Penetration proactively, Wind Penetration, what is this? Wind Penetration is the basic attack. So, every time she's gonna use the basic attack proactively, that means not using counterattacks or pursuits, for every enemy under burn status or with Ember, she increases all allies stun meter by 5% up to 20% each turn. This is so great! This is so great! On the basic attack, she's gonna increase up to 20% the turn meter of your heroes, depending on the number of enemies under burn or ember status. That means if you have 4 enemies under burn or ember, then you're gonna get 20% turn meter boost on all your heroes using only a basic attack. This is really nice. I love that. Really strong. So that was all about the new hero. Now let's talk about the other events and features. So at the end of the week, we are gonna have the new banner, Melo, Jellyman, Nidrold, Elix, Space, and as an epic hero, we are gonna have Sadora, Vero, Visley, and Sylvester. You already know about that. We are also gonna have the Double the Legend event during this pool, okay? And then next week, from April 25 to April 25th to April 28th, we are gonna have the Gift of Heaven event, during which we are gonna have a legendary Phantom Dragon Eye, but we need to pull a huge amount of summons in order to get the reward here, in order to get the 5,000 points, so it's a lot. And now let's talk about the feature adjustments. They added a sell button to equipment enhancement pop-up. I don't know why they are mentioning that, because I think we already have that in the game for now. For example, if I'm gonna enhance this skill, we are already able to sell the stuff. Then added a quick add button to Hero Awakening screen, and this is pretty nice. I wanted to ask it for that because if you have a look here, for example, I want to awaken her, I have the food, there is no button to quick select our heroes, so we are forced to click 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Okay, you are not upgrading your heroes every day, but still it's interesting to have that. It's just a really tiny quality of life, but still. Then, when your class talents or max talents are maxed out, your excess talent materials can be converted to stamina as a ratio of 1:1. For example, if I go on the talents here, if every one of my talents here are maxed out, the books I'm gonna have or be converted, 1 book is equal to 1 stamina. But it is gonna take forever to max out everything here, even for someone who does refresh the energy, the stamina in arena. I'm far away from that, but still, if I'm playing 1 more year, maybe I can max out everything here, and maybe I'm gonna benefit from the extra stamina, but 1 book for 1 stamina is not a huge amount. If you are battling in King, you are gonna get 12 books per victory. So in fact, every time you're gonna do an arena victory in King tier, you are gonna get 12 stamina. That's not gonna make a huge difference. It's still gonna be interesting, but this is not changing a lot of things. And here for the talents, mark talents is gonna be even harder because it's taking even more time to form marks at the moment, so you will never reach that. Then they are gonna add some equipment packs available after clearing specific campaign stages. Okay, add beginner extra value packs, including a 5-star hero selections chest. I don't know what is gonna be the price of this pack, but if you can choose the hero you want, to begin the adventure, it is gonna be insane. Even for €100, no, maybe not for 100. Imagine that you are rerolling and you get the hero you want. You can buy the hero you want. I think that everybody is gonna have this pack. So in fact, if you are playing today without a Hezonja, for example, after 4 months of playing, you are maybe gonna be able to buy directly Hezonja. It could be really insane. Then added beginner extra value packs. No, I already told that. Fixed the bug that caused the battle results displayed to be inconsistent with the actual results due to the anomaly of smart casting in the advanced arena. Who really matters about that? So, that was a long video, maybe a bit boring about the skills of the new hero, but I still hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Bye bye!